Hey everyone, what's up? Shadowlands back for another video. Today I'm going to be doing top 10 best weapons in combat arms. This is going to be a no-holds episode where I include everything from GP standards to NX epics and mythics, and I'm also going to include a second weapon for everyone that's on the list that's most similar to it. This way you guys can go try out weapons that are on the list that might be harder to get, NX rares that you can't get readily, or ones that you just have never had a chance to even see. So I'm going to put on weapons that you all should have access to, so you can go check these out whenever you want. In 10th place, we have the TMP. The secondary weapon that's most like it is the P90TR. They're both super low recoil, super high damage, super low damage drop-off, weapons that are very, very nice at close range combat, and even longer range combat in comparison to other SMGs. The TMP, however, I like more than the P90TR because the damage drop-off is even better, comes with a built-in ITAC sight, and in my opinion, the recoil pattern is easier to control. The P90TR, when you're in scope, goes back and forth a lot, which is nice when you're outside of scope, but when you're in scope, you want the recoil pattern to go up and down more, and the TMP definitely has that. Even at maximum range, this weapon is no more than a 6-shot kill on a medium vester. It's certainly an interesting weapon to use. Not many people give this thing a shot. It's a clan weapon, so you have to be in a clan. I believe it's level 3 or 4 in order to use this weapon, but it's certainly worth it. It's a ton of fun to use. It already has a built-on suppressor, like the P90TR does, and it already has a built-on ITAC sight. If you use a regular P90, or you can put on an ITAC sight to the regular P90TR, then you should be able to check it out that way. But the TMP is a certainly interesting weapon to use, and actually most of you should have access to it. In 9th place, we have the Autumn G36E Valkyrie. The next closest to it is the Phoenix Valkyrie. They're really just better portability versions of the regular G36, and they have some cool skins. In my opinion, the Phoenix looks cooler and sounds cooler, but the Autumn G36 has the extra 5 shots per magazine that a regular G36 does not have, and it has plus 13 points of portability. The Phoenix, I believe, has like plus 5 or 6 points of portability, but the Autumn Valkyrie, you might as well be running around with an SMG. It is so portable. It's not assault rifle weight at all. It's much closer to SMG range or heavier SMG range like a P90TR. Certainly a great weapon to use. It's still a G36, so most of you know how to use it, but the Phoenix Valkyrie is a good weapon to check out if you want to be closer to what an Autumn Valkyrie is actually like. Unfortunately, the Autumn Valkyrie is only available at one point per year, which is actually coming up. And do I suggest you guys get it? Absolutely. It's on the top 10 list for a reason. Number 8, we have the Micro Uzi Metal and the Micro Uzi. The Micro Uzi is an NX weapon, so you can get it now for GP. I highly suggest you guys go check it out. Super OP SMG. It's basically a P90TR that fires faster, although it only has 30 shots per mag. The damage drop-off is a little bit worse as well, but the damage is 36, so it's super high. However, the Micro Uzi Metal has an even higher damage, and it has P90TR level damage drop-off, so you're going to be doing tons of damage. The part that's really nice about it is it has practically no recoil, but maintains the super high fire rate. I believe like a 90 or a 91 that the Uzi series has, so very, very nice SMG, super high damage. It doesn't actually perform very much like a regular Uzi, but it does perform a little more like a Micro Uzi, which is the one with the suppressor on it that you can get for NX normally. In 7th place, we have the AT22. This is a little bit harder to pick a weapon that's similar to it, so I'm going to say the M416 CQB. The AT22 really just has two things that are useful about it. It's a typical assault rifle, but it has literally 0 spread and 0 recoil in scope. The spread is super, super low. It's arguably the lowest in the game by any assault rifle except the LR300ML. And the M416 CQB is right there with it with super low recoil. However, the M416 CQB has had its recoil nerfed a couple of times. The AT22 has not. It has incredibly low recoil. Your first 15 shots are going to go in the exact same place, and they have M416 level damage, so you're going to be doing a lot of damage. The damage drop-off is good. It's not god tier, but it's enough to make it so it's still no more than a 5 or 6 shot kill at maximum range. Super nice rifle. You don't even need to bother tap firing it. You just spray it. In 6th place, we have two sniper rifles. The SIG 50 and the Tango 51 is the alternate version that most of you guys should be able to get. The SIG 50 is the one on the list, though. It has 10 shots per mag, instantaneous spread recovery, super high damage that'll do a one-shot kill at most ranges. I've only seen it tank a couple of times in my entire life. Super nice draw rate and super nice spread recovery and reload rate. It's just in general a fantastic sniper. Everything about it is absolutely perfect. The only way it could really get better is if it had a slightly higher magnification scope. It currently has the L9 scope, which personally I prefer, but most people don't. Most people like the TPG-1 scope or some other high magnification scope. Also, it does not have a silencer on it, although you can put one on it. I highly suggest an S1 suppressor so it increases your spread recovery even more. It's still known to be a one-shot kill even with a suppressor. In 5th place, we have the Andromolius and the other very similar weapon, the Snake DSR-1 Subsonic. Now, the Andromolius is a mythic weapon. Super powerful, almost always a one-shot kill, has 6 shots per mag, unlike a DSR that normally has only 5, has a silencer like the DSR Subsonic series has, awesome red skin coloring, which is totally cool, has very fast spread recovery, reload, draw rate, compared to other DSRs anyway. The draw rate for this DSR is only about average as far as all sniper rifles are concerned, but compared to other DSR series weapons, this thing draws lightning fast, and with the extra 1 shot per mag, if you put on an extended magazine too, you're going to be getting 10 shots per magazine of the best sniper in the game, in my opinion. And the Snake DSR-1 Subsonic is pretty much the same, just a couple of minor differences. It only has the 5 shots per mag, slightly slower draw rate, and it has a slightly slower spread recovery than the Andromolius. Other than that, it's pretty much the exact same weapon. In 4th place, we have the MSR and once again the Tango 51. The Tango and the MSR perform fairly similarly. In my opinion, this is the best NX rare sniper rifle that you can get. Instantaneous spread recovery. No matter how fast you fire this weapon, the spread will recover instantaneously, so you'll never have to worry about that. The downside is this weapon does tend to tank at longer ranges, but medium range and closer, if you're looking for a close range rifle, this is the rifle for you because it will never tank at medium ranges and closer if they're wearing a medium vest, light vest, or recon vest, or anything that doesn't give them some sort of, defense buff. However, Tango, on the other hand, it does tend to one-shot more accurately at longer ranges. However, the spread recovery is slightly worse than the MSR, and the Tango does not have a suppressor on it. However, the Tango does still have very fast spread recovery, so it should give you at least the feel of what an MSR is like. In 3rd place, we have the Maxxis R870 MCS. This probably isn't going to come as a surprise to as many of you guys, but it's a super high damage, super low damage drop-off, very, very fast fire rate shotgun. It's one of the most broken weapons in the game. Most people just walk in with this weapon, just annihilate everybody else. It's just the most broken thing in the game, with the exception of a few other weapons. The only similar weapon to it is the Remington 1187P, for a couple of reasons. It has a very fast fire rate, not quite as fast as a Maxxis, but it is super fast, and the damage drop-off is almost non-existent. While the damage is nothing even close to a Maxxis, a damage drop-off like this will still make it so you can be a 3-shot kill at any range. It's a very nice weapon. It has super low spread, similar to the Maxxis, and if you use the Remington, it's probably the closest you're ever going to get to be able to use a Maxxis without actually using a Maxxis. Now, if you get the Maxxis, my first opinion would be sell it back because it's so broken it makes the game not even fun, but some people like to be noobs and run around with it, so I mean, whatever floats your boat. But the Remington is definitely a very close competitor that you can use if you want to try to use a Maxxis without, using a Maxxis. In 2nd place, we have the Orthus, probably the most OP close-range combat weapon in the game. 70 shots per 2 magazines, I guess. Super fast fire rate. Crazy high damage, pretty much no spread. It's what most people call the laser cannon. It just annihilates everything in front of you. As a dually weapon, kind of an akimbo weapon, it's just, it has everything you want in it. Super high accuracy for the first couple of shots. It's high accuracy, ridiculous fire rate, high damage, no damage drop off, no recoil. It's literally the most broken weapon in the game as far as individuals go. However, there are a couple of weapons that you can use to outclass it, like sniper rifles for one. If you're far enough away outside of range, a sniper rifle can easily take out an Orthus user. In fact, it's usually one of the only options you have. And the only thing you can even compare to an Orthus in close range is dual Scorpions, although Orthus will usually win, 90% of the time, whoever sees the other one a millisecond first. There is one weapon, however, that at close range that is not an SMG that can still compare with it, and that is our number 1, the Asphal. There is no other weapon like this in the game. The Asphal is entirely unique. It has only 20 shots per mag, super low recoil for the ridiculous amount of damage it does. It is often a 2, if never more than a 3 or 4 shot kill. It can be a 4-shot kill even on a Hauser. This weapon has very little damage drop-off, a super quiet silencer, you can put a scope on it, has very little recoil, super high damage, super high fire rate, and the spread, even hip firing, is next to nothing. This thing is an absolute laser cannon. Before the Orthus came out, the Asphal and some of the other weapons that were designed like the Asphal, like the AK series, were similar, but they just don't add up to the Asphal. The Asphal is just the most broken weapon in the game. I would consider it right up there with the AR-15 double barrel, but this weapon does an even better job because it has the silencer. It has only 20 shots per mag, so you gotta be very careful about that, But I'd just say pop a scope on it, tap fire with this thing, and I would take this over a sniper rifle any day. This weapon is just so brokenly overpowered. There's not really many words you can use besides it's a laser cannon to describe it. If you get your hands on this weapon, you better be renewing it, because it's just going to it just disintegrates people. There's no better way to describe it. And with that, I'm going to end this commentary. That's pretty much the best top 10 weapons in the game. Check out some of my other videos, and I will see you guys in the next video. Shadowlance out.